Hello traders, welcome back to another live stream. Hopefully everybody's doing good. It's been a little while. Hopefully everybody's doing good today. We'll wait a second till everybody gets in here. We will wait till everybody gets in here. Let's go full screen on this bad boy. Yeah, that looks good. All right, take a look at a couple markets here. Gold really selling. It's at a demand zone, but just so much weight on the sell-off. And this is over 150 points lower off of the recent high that we saw. I think it was just a week or two ago. And at one point, this thing was looking like maybe another attempt at all-time highs. Got met with it's just a massive supply zone. Every time we've tested above 3,400, just hit with a massive sell-off. So nothing's changed there. Metals are down. Copper got clobbered today. About 50% off of that move. You got 100% move lower into this support zone at 5,400, and we're about 50. Pretty equal. 50% of it right now on the bounce. Yo, what's good, Gabriel? Price action was quite slow. Yes. It's a new week, and this week I said I was gonna trade the ES. Yeah, it's just kind of been a bleed down into that gap. Just kind of been a bleed down into the gap there. It's another dip. I mean, this is a larger dip that we've seen here. So, I mean, history tells us this just gets bought, but we'll see. A lot of wicks today, though. Ton of wicks. Let me get, how do we get out of full screen on this bad boy? Just refresh. Gentle kindness of a small town southern man. Yeah, ATR is not as high as it usually is in the past couple sessions, but we have had just it's been a pretty tight range, which I think is contributing to ATR being a bit tighter, but also at the same time, it's just been a lot of wicks. About 70 points off the lows. Consolidating under VWAP. We have session highs about 30 points above head. It's doable. What's good, Weedy? Ugly day. Yeah, a little bit ugly day. I haven't really traded. I've been, been patient. I didn't take any trades last night, which is, good. Like, I was very patient. Although I was looking for a setup kind of, we had what was this, 100-point gap, right? And then it was kind of hesitant to show a lot of follow through. So I thought once we take these, we squeeze these shorts out and take these buy orders. I want to try to sell whatever the overnight. I want to try to anticipate the overnight high and sell it. But of course, the overnight high hit at like midnight, and I was fast asleep at that point. But yeah, that was kind of the idea. Try to anticipate the overnight high, sell it. Going into the Monday open, see if we can get a bit of a pullback and start to test the gap, because I didn't really think we'd leave behind the gap. We are super extended on the, I mean, as we know, we're into the all-time highs, but gaps do usually get filled. There's a high probability gaps get filled sooner than later. So I did want to see a pullback, but yeah, I was asleep. I should have had a limit order in there, I suppose. I don't like limit ordering and then going to bed, though, just because, 580s could look like a possible short that I'd be interested in taking, but it really depends kind of what structure it builds off of, really. Like if this spiked to these equal highs and then bled up and put in like a couple hours of consolidation, I wouldn't want to, right under 80s, I wouldn't want to limit order in at 80s anymore, because there'd be too much consolidation under it. But anyways, That would have been a nice trade, though, if you could get that. There's been a lot of times on NQ, you can grab an overnight position and hold it into that next session and get like a lot of points. More so, it's been for long trades, like if you buy the overnight dips, because 9 times out of 10, whenever we open for New York session, NQ rallies like at least 100 points. So if you can buy the overnight low and hold it, and just hold it. If you can buy the overnight low, get a nice reaction, get your stops to break even, just hold it. Or in this case, yesterday, it would have been a sell order and just hold it. And realistically, you probably don't get out at the exact bottom here, but you could have gotten at least 100 points, even if you took it off in this chop, if you took that sell off the high. But I was asleep. We hit that high like very late. Late. I think it must have been midnight, because I stayed up pretty late trying to see if we would get that move, but I couldn't stay up any later. I'll try. Yeah, we're just under VWAP here. Getting a bit of a pullback. We have a low in at 474. It's a current higher low. If we break that, once again, it's still a buyer's market. But if we break 70s, we're going to start to look at like a 40 or 50 point range that this market can turn over into. Got sell on gold. That's insane, bro. That's insane. Like right out of the open? Right. You said a 40 point move? Oh my God. You told me you got that high? That's nice. That's nice. Market opens. Big gap down to that 3,300. Which almost seems like kind of an algo buy. Like the fact that we're testing that again, but this time it's coming off of a failed breakout. Like sellers have total control of gold at this point off of this failed break above 3,400. So yeah, but I mean, you saw a nice reaction. Buyers did hold the line for a sec off 3,300, and then it came, closed the gap, took Friday's high a day. Took Friday's session high a day at 33.40s by a couple points. Yeah, you take the sell there. But at that moment, the structure did look kind of bullish, even though you probably do get a test again. But yeah, sure enough. Starts bleeding into London, market opens, and it rips down. This probably does break through 3,300, but we'll see. Maybe we can trade it tonight, because it's probably going to start to flatline a little bit in this session. We know how that is in New York. If you don't get a move out of the open on gold in New York, it typically just goes flat. I guess because the settlement's early. Got a 4K payout from Alpha? Heck yeah. I'm going to take a payout from Tradeify today. Hallelujah. First time taking a payout from Tradeify. I hope I don't get denied. Could you imagine? The first denial. Imagine I'm Tradeify's first denial. I don't think I'll get denied. I did like some little scalping, but it's like, whatever, man. Let me scalp. No, but yeah, I'm going to take a payout from them. Finally, dude. I've gotten those Tradeify accounts so many times repeatedly, so close to a payout, then just, blow them up. But now we're good. I've already secured it. Like, I've already had the however much I needed to make. Yeah, I'll take whatever the max payout is on a 150K. I think it's like 3,500. What's the max payout on a 150K STF, S2F? Look at that pin bar off VWAP, and now sellers are just dragging this. I really don't want to hit the bid this close into these low 70s. I'd rather just let it clear and then see if we can get a reaction from buyers under this low. But yeah, it's very choppy. We haven't been able to break above VWAP this session. I mean, we had some chop above VWAP, but didn't get any clean follow through above VWAP. We haven't. So sellers have this market, and we're going to try to drag 80s. Let's see. 3K max payout? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll take a 3K payout then. Okay, so you take the 3K payout, then that comes out of the account, and then whatever you have left is your buffer, as long as it's not below 144,000. I've never taken a payout with a straight to funded account, so I don't really know how the buffer works after that. I guess we'll see. Just bought 5 50K accounts with Top Step. Nice choice. W choice. Don't neglect the power of the 50K. Really, once you get past that buffer, man, you know, really once you get past that buffer, it doesn't really matter whether you have a 50K or a 150K. Most important thing is getting past that buffer and building the account, you know. Like when I had my Top Step XFA on the 50K, I made $100,000 on the 50K account. Made $100,000 in profit on the 50K account. What's your favorite prop from Top Step? Obviously. Top Step, obviously. Love me that Top Step. I'll be on Top Step TV tomorrow, guys. I will be on Top Step TV tomorrow. At 11, tomorrow at 11. She's choppy, though. Very choppy session, yeah. Started my Top Step Express account today. Nice, man. This is the beginning. Got the Top Step hat? No, I think you have to request for it. I never requested for it. Yeah, I think we need to wait for another one of these crazy price legs to come into the market because it's a little choppy. Under VWAP, not super interested in it under VWAP either. We really want to see these 74s get taken first. If we take 74s, then we make a run for low of day. Be 40 points. You stream every day? I try to stream every day, man. I do try. Yeah. This looks more bearish than anything at the moment. More bearish than anything at the moment. You have your own promo code for Top Step or Take Profit? I've got one for Take Profit. It's BPC. I wish I had a promo code for Top Step. That'd be awesome. Yeah, no, Top Step doesn't really have that many affiliates. They might have a couple, but I don't think they have personal codes. No, I think if you use, I think they have a handful of affiliates. But you'd have to like use their link, but I don't think they have codes. Yeah, maybe they don't have codes. I don't think so. Sellers keep defending the VWAP. Yeah, they are. Let's see what ES looks like. Has ES had any success? Oh, wow. ES isn't even attempting VWAP. These markets are just fading lower. This was the trade here. If you could take overnight highs and sell that and float like a 20-point stop and kind of try to anticipate that this gap will get filled at some point in the following session. I mean, we did gap up 150 points on NQ with really no. I mean, sure, these markets are into all-time highs, but really no news behind that. I mean, I guess you had the EU tariff deal, but I mean, at some point, it's worth trying to sell that because this gap had a decent chance of getting filled. Usually all gaps have a very high chance of getting filled that session or the following session. especially Sunday night gaps. $75 Johnson, electric stroke. Sold overnight highs when I got up to, oh, no way, but closed it. Yeah. It's hard to, it's hard. It's hard to know, like, it's always, yeah, it's hard, but yeah, easier said than done to take a sell up here and realistically hold it the entire night. Like once you start getting this pullback, it's like, oh, nice, yeah. Okay, let me start taking some off. Like this trade is playing out at this point. But yeah, it's hard, especially when you're in all-time highs to sell the market. It is very hard to like try to continue holding because the longer you hold a short in an all-time high market, even if it starts moving your way, the higher the probability becomes that this market's going to come back to your short because once again we're just continuing to push all-time highs. Look at this, leaving a wick off 94. Do we sell through 80s here? Yes, it looks like we're going to get a sell through 80-70s here. And then maybe attack low of day. We haven't seen that in this market in some time. When's the first time we've seen like low of day get put in at like 10, 11 a.m. and then we attempt it again and break it again? Have we had that happen in this market? It doesn't seem like it, no. No, see this kind of a move like this, right? Market opens, chops around 2 hours, has a low of day flush. We get a pullback, but we never see that price again. Right? Market chops around, low of day flush, never see that price again. Market opens, low of day flush, higher low, never see it again. Right? It's just repeatedly, this is more chopped than anything. That's not a good example. Right? Open, low of day flush, never see that price again. This is just pattern recognition. Huge flush here, never see it again. Like we never really put in a low. I mean, I guess this was, but I mean, at the same time, this was testing overnight low and sellers just had total control at this point. So you wouldn't be expecting that low to hold really, especially with all these wicks off the low. But yeah, I mean, that's just the basic pattern recognition tells us, look, market sells off, never see that price again. We never see the intraday low again. Like 9 times out of 10, you're not seeing that price again. So do we put in a higher low here? Do we put in a higher low? Can buyers solidify supports 70s, 60s maybe? Or do we see intraday lows get taken again? It's not something that we've seen often, that's for sure. Only 15% chance. Yeah, I was watching Top Step and Barron kept throwing around the percentages. Where are we getting percentages? Only 15% chance to take the intraday low again. Edgeful? What is edgeful? I'd be interested to look at that. Edgeful. Like, how does edgeful calculate percentages? Because, like, what does it use to calculate percentages? What statistics? You have to pay for it? Is it worth it? How much is it? I don't feel like I need it. Previous data is used. So like pretty much the calculation I just came up with, like how we put in intraday lows early morning and then never see it again. Is that kind of how it's calculating that we're not going to see it? I'll check it out, I guess. See, I checked out Bookmap and I was open to it. Like Bookmap, I was open to trying it and stuff. Oh, we had a dip to 78. They got bought. Okay. Yeah, but then they wanted me to pay for data. Like, I already pay $500 for data on my live account. I'm not going to pay separate data on Bookmap. That's insanity. You know, I'm not going to do that. Pay for separate data. I'll check it out. I mean, I'll check it out, I guess. If ES is within 10 points of yesterday's close, 80% chance of filling the gap. 20 points, 60% chance of filling. Yeah, let's see if we take 70s. And if we do take 70s, do sellers really start to get some momentum and try to make a run of low of day? Once again, we just looked at like the past 9 or 10 sessions, and every time we put in a low of day, you know, before noon, buyers just take control and we never see those lows again. So let's see. Gold today. Gold's going to start to chop around a little bit, in my opinion, just because it's already had its morning move. If you're looking for continuation on whatever gold setup you're looking at, you think you got a better chance of that playing out in the overnight session, to be honest with you. I think I've officially am done trading gold in the New York session past 9 a.m. Just not worth it. I haven't traded gold in some time, to be honest. Take a look at the hourly. Let's look at some of the higher time frames. This is Friday's VWAP 407. We have a low at 407. If we don't hold 39s, I would expect 407. Probably more choppy than anything. Probably will probably will have a certain level of respect for the current session lows, to be honest with you, and just chop a bit. Just because we have a lot of news coming out later this week, so. Do y'all think Powell is going to fold and cut rates? What do y'all think? I think that would make him look a little bit... I don't know if he'll do it. I don't think he will. Yeah, I don't think he likes Trump enough to do it. If he does do it, if he doesn't do it this time, does Trump take some sort of action? I don't exactly know what action he could take, but like, I guess he could just fire him, I suppose. I don't really know. I'm more interested in seeing a break of 74, before anything, really. Let's see, testing 70s. Looking like a break of 74 here. Let's see, 74 getting tested here. Probably get a break. Definitely not interested in trying to buy this double bottom off of VWAP rejection. Just let 70s get cleared first. Okay, so we break 70s here. I mean, we need to see some type of buying before 37s. Otherwise, I suppose this could get ugly. Under that, next level is 400s, which would be Friday's. Not Friday's low, but it would be Friday's. I suppose you could say, yeah, I mean, Friday's off VWAP 407. That was the last. Oh, no, yeah, there's a pretty big support level of 400s. I'm not buying it. 70's still going to break, it looks like. One final breath, trying to bid into the 80s. Ultimately probably gets faded. You trade gold? Sometimes. I haven't really traded gold too much. This should flush out through 70s. Here we go. I'm not getting fooled on this. I am not getting fooled. 5 minutes still looks bearish here. This is kind of where you would expect off that rejected VWAP. These 5 minutes green, you'd expect kind of exhaustion candles here, and then this candle eventually to flip red and break through 70s. In the midst of forming an exhaustion candle. See if that wick at 88 sells this market through 70s now. This needs to go red, break 83s, 82s. Buyer's still trying to hold on. Let's make or break right here. This snaps back through 90s. Probably this double bottom will hold at least for another push through 500s. But this is where you want to see that final rejection before the sell through 70s. Not trading any funded ones? Yeah, I've got a couple funded accounts. I think I enjoy looking at the tick chart, which Project X has the tick chart. So I think I enjoy looking at that more whenever markets are a little more choppy. Like I'm just watching these internal levels, and on the 5-minute, it's not as fun to watch, really. Check out the hourly. What am I missing here? 70's not breaking. How long have you been trading? Like 8 years. Okay, final attempt to break 70s. If we don't, we're going higher. I think it wants to get down to the 24s. 24s on NQ is where 10 points under low day. This is kind of final attempt. Needs to break 80s, low 80s. Very choppy day. Here we go. Big 70s here. Let's see. Quick volume. I almost want to sell into this for a quick scalp for the breakthrough 70s, but I'm not going to. It's been ultimately too choppy. We haven't seen a ton of follow through, but yeah, this looks like a nice clean breakthrough. Yep, there goes. Little wick. 70s. See, on the tick chart, it disappears. Like, we just had a wick into the 60s, then it's gone. See, does this quickly take liquidity, then reclaim 80s here? Like, I'm open to the idea. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, look, bidding 80s. Okay, so the low is 66. Took the liquidity there at 70s. Now reclaiming 80s. Does this fight back through 500 now after taking those orders in the 70s? Once again, we have not seen, typically, the patterns tell us that we haven't seen, after intraday lows formed at anything before 10, 11 a.m., we just don't see those levels again 9 times out of 10. So if anything, I want to be trying to go long, but let's see how this reacts. 80s getting kind of rejected hard. Yeah, nice volume into 60s. Do we make an attempt to low of day? I mean, at this point, we're only about 30 points. Well, if we break this low again, we're a slim 25 points off. Nice rejection from sellers. 82s getting stabbed. Nice. Buyers have to hold low 70s for us to start to look decent. Bless me. Let's see. Stalling out at 60s, 70s. I really want to see the 66 get taken again. Man, when it comes to buying in Q, you got to be quick about it. If not, you miss your opportunity. Hopefully that's not the case here, but kind of a mediocre reaction here. Got a 20-point dip. Sellers took it back down 15 points. It's a little flat right now. I think we get another shot through 60s. I'm going to be patient. Because if this does take 60s again, like, we have orders down here that we just put in 60s, 70s. Lows is we're only a couple points off the lows here. I don't want to see this market leave without me, but at the same time, I'm going to be patient here. Because if we do take 60s again, we may make a run through low of day. We'll see if I make the wrong choice. Let's see. Yeah, we have a lot of equal lows here that we saw previously before the session low got put in. All here, right here, 60s. And we have a lot of liquidity here. Yeah, we were seeing a lot of slippage on NQ earlier, right? We kept testing this low. Look at that. This was a quick, like, very fast wick, 40 points. Yeah, almost 40 points. 30 points. Buyers just ripped it off. Let's see. I think this gets to the breakthrough 60s. I'm gonna be patient. Let's see. So I just need to grab it here and take it through 60s. If we see low 70s again, like I'm no edge full, but if we see low 70s again here, I would say percentage that we break 60s is about 70-80%. However they come up with that, I'd say about 70-80%. We see it 73, 72 start showing up on the bid. I'd say we got about 80-90% chance we break 60s. Or at least this low, 66. Yeah. Yeah, this looks bearish. Yeah, if I were edge full right now, I'd be saying about 80, 85, 95% chance that we take this low. What percentage chance y'all have this break 66 again on this retest? What percentage are we at here? Hello, Baron. No, it's Braden. No, I'm not shorting it. Yep, this doesn't look great right now. Let's see on the new break, does it start to really run into low day? This was your move here. Took the sell orders here. It needs to recover strong right there if it's gonna move higher and test VWAP again, but doesn't ultimately. So if we see 66 again, sellers could really take it under lows. You think if there's ever a chance to take a dominant stance on this, if you're a seller, be on this failed sweep of the lows. No higher lows being formed. We're still under VWAP. Yeah, we might see some volume here. I would anticipate volume here usually. If we get it back under 66, we might get some volume. Pretty dead reaction from buyers. This is not what you want to see. It's not a confident low, that's for sure. Not a confident low. There's no dominant stance being taken by buyers. And we're pulling back into a series of wicks on the 1 hour. So we're seeing some buying reaction off of this low, but ultimately does not look good. Does not look good. Only thing really you got going for you is if you're just like a perma bull, just trusting the dip buy process, I guess could work out for you. But no, this market doesn't really look good to me to take long yet. Can you please explain the difference between the 1 minute time frame and the 1,000 tick chart? Yeah, the 1 minute time frame, you're gonna have a candle open and close based on 1 minute of time. The 1,000 tick chart, you're gonna have a candle open and close based on 1,000 orders. So one's time based, one's order based. Just a slow bleed off 60s. Not super confidence inspiring. I'm not just can't do that. Can't do that, my friend. Can't. I can't do it. Can't do that with you. That's not worth putting my money at risk. Bow now. They're gonna end. We all right as long as there's light from a neon moon. Nope. Nope. You think gold takes a break through 33 in this session or overnight? It's a great way to look at it, honestly, NQ. It's a great way to look at it. What's the most AIDS thing that NQ could do today? Yeah, pretty much. We might have a breakdown on gold. I'm not super interested in it, but you might have a break. Keeps getting met with massive selling every time we break a high. Massive selling takes it back down to this vulnerable trend line. We're at an equal low here, 3,300. Sellers have had control of this market for the past week and a half, 2 weeks. Just been under VWAP every session. Looks ugly. It's a little... It seems like it's already kind of playing out too much of the sell side for me to sell it. But yeah, we'll see. That market probably sells through 3,300. If not this session, maybe tonight. Especially if NQ can start getting some buying, I guess. Just a slow, creeping, crawling move off of this demand zone we've been putting in at 60s. Just kind of just trust it a little bit. Trust the pump a little bit, I think, right there, situation. I wasn't super confident in going long right there. It was a nice initial move off of it. Then we had a retest, and we started testing, 69. The low was 66. It just looked kind of heavy. And then here again, you start testing 70s again. It looked like maybe a break lower, so I wasn't super interested in it. From holding on. What's the weekly looking like? There you go. There's your weekly on NQ. What are the odds that thing flips back bullish? There's your daily on NQ. This thing would need to start breaking through 400s, trying to test these low wicks and the 300s. It would start to, yeah, it wouldn't start to look very, very ugly unless we get it under 23,300, really. Went long on gold, 33.08, since it's been respecting the 4-hour resistance this whole year. I hear you. Yeah, everybody sees the market differently, right? I don't see it. I see massive selling control, continuous down close candles, really weak. Seems like sellers have a dominant stance above 3,400, and it's not happening. We held no higher lows on the retracements. I mean, eventually, if this market's going to break out and go higher, no, this is more like in a swing trading context. Day to day, yeah, you probably get a reaction, but that's not a great reaction on 3,300 either. Not a great reaction. On the daily, this candle's still very bearish. Eventually, yeah, it's just, for me, no. I think gold goes lower. Looks like I'm 4 days too late, though, right? Okay, look at this market. Testing 70s again. I don't know. The gold thing with me is more of a momentum thing than anything. It's got a solid amount of momentum coming down into, yes, what was the demand zone, but it's kind of a failed break back above that 3,400. It looks more to me like, okay, sellers are taking full control of this market at this point. So no, I don't really like it. I don't really like it. There's just too much momentum to the downside. I don't really like taking longs in a market that's just got so much momentum to the downside. We've cleared 150 points lower in the span of, yeah, I mean, gold's come down 150 points in 4 days. We've never seen gold. This is where it comes in, momentum comes into play, right? I guess we saw it here, but this is back when markets were way more volatile. Yeah, it's just a lot of momentum to the downside. 150 points lower in 4 days. 4 days. Just don't like the momentum to the downside we're seeing there. And I really don't like stepping in long in a market that has so much momentum to the downside. I'll look for an opportunity to sell that at some point. But man, it's at the same point, at the same time, yeah, it's very extended to the downside. Like, you're selling into something that's already down 150 points with really no pullbacks. You're running the risk of seeing some type of recovery. Look at this, breaking 66. Okay, sure enough. Do we make a run for low of day? Look at this, some volume, right? Sellers finally taking control here. Some volume, 57s. Be careful. Be careful. I mean, let's see. Let me go to NQ on this chart, on the hourly. Okay, this is a nice reaction off 55 if you're going to try to hold low of day. Once again, we just looked at the past 8 or 9 sessions, and most of those sessions, after you put in a low of day at 10, 11 a.m., we just never see that price again. So historically, you would traditionally want to look for a higher low start to form somewhere in here so that we don't see the low of day again, because typically we haven't seen the low of day again. But we're just so damn close at the same time, guys. We're only, market's only 15 points off low day. I think I'm gonna wait for a low day to get broken. We're just so tight on this low day. 15 points is very close, right? At the same time. Yeah, low day run. Yeah, we're only 15 points. We're only 15 points. 15 points is in striking distance. ES took the low. Okay, that's something, right? That's good information to have. Yeah, ES took the low. ES took the low. Every time you have a gap fill, the control is in the hands of whoever just took that gap fill. So until there's a dominant control shift in this market, even though, yeah, it's an all-time high market, and I would typically advise against not just blindly buying any dip, even though it's been working really, really well past week or two. But, short term right now, sellers have total control of this. We haven't been able to break VWAP. We inverse the gap. Whoever inverses the gap typically has control. So unless there's like a dominant reaction, it's just hard. It's hard to just blindly buy the dips in these markets. Although it has been working. It has been working. Buying every dip has been the key. Yeah, look at this. I mean, now we're moving. 55's the low. I'm going to go to the restroom, come back, and let's see. If this starts bidding back in the 80s, it looks decent here. Oh, that's a nice reversal, man. At the moment, that's a nice reversal. It's back into the range. It's a double leg pullback. This looks better. Certain level, just buy the dip. Buy the dip. Hey, baby. What?
I said I'm getting ready.
Okay. All right, let's see if sellers take a stand again. Otherwise, it's time to start looking at dip buys possibly here. I'm gonna draw this out here. Yeah, I'm gonna draw this out here. Let's see. Let's see if we get another test here. So pull back down to 60s would look kind of ugly. Why don't you buy the dip? I'm just a little hesitant to buy the dip. I don't like buying the dip unless the structure tells me to buy the dip, although kind of just blindly buying the dip has been working really well. You know, any intraday dips, just buy them has been the move. But I don't just blindly buy dips like that, or I try not to. You know, I try not to. It's not as much as it's been working in this market. It's not sustained. You know, it's not a long-term sustained strategy. Really, just blindly buying dips. Or I suppose it's not so blindly. Anybody who's just been very, very bullish and just buys and trading dips has been killing it. That's really what matters. Anybody who's been very, very bullish and been in that mindset to just take only longs and take it on premium pullbacks, that's just been killing it. Has just been killing it. It's a deep pullback, man. Yeah. What's gold doing too? Gold trying to put in a wick off 08. Just selling pops with small size. Okay, yeah. Boy, I mean, could you imagine just if you could you imagine getting filled into a short in the overnight highs and just going to bed, stops break even after you get this initial, you know, move back into the 40s, stops break even, go to sleep. Just go to sleep, wake up. London sells us, you know, into the gap, and then the session just trends lower. Man, you can really get some really nice positions in the overnight session that can show some continuation on like reversals, and then you never see that price again into the next session, and it continues trending, away from your entry better. So there's potential there, man. In the overnight sessions, you can really catch some nice overextended moves to one side, try to catch that reversal, maybe trim a little bit, go to bed, wake up. You know, we're really starting to close in on Friday's low right before the close. It was 400. These markets are bearish right now. Yeah, I got bored and closed. That's the issue. Yeah, you actually have to go to sleep. If you don't go to sleep, you can't help yourself. Dude, I was kicking myself. I can't swing trade on my live account, obviously, but I caught this. I caught this dip buy right here, 33.37. This was the day I made 10K on my live account. I caught this dip buy and I sold it here, and the entire week went so much higher. Sometimes I wish I could swing trade. Swing trading is superior. Like if you can have your timing locked in and really catch nice entries before big trends. Look at this. We had to test the 58 again. Yeah, I can contact. I just have never. I could probably call them. I don't know if they'll let you straight up swing trade though. It would be nice. I haven't ever wanted to, except for that one position. I wonder if this is one of those days that really just traps buyers. Like you had the gap fill, markets are under VWAP. I think all buyers at this point have been trained. You know, all traders at this point have been trained pretty much more or less to just try to take the intraday dip buys and just hold them. I wonder if this market just kind of trends and bleeds lower and really just has like just not a lot of buying presence into the close. Like what if this market just trends lower and closes maybe into these lows, 400s, and just really there's like no buy. All of a sudden just buying, there's no buyers today. I could see that kind of happening. I could see that happening. Stop step allow you to swing trade. I don't know. Maybe not traditionally. This still looks like it wants under 60s. I'm being very picky with the dip buy though. This still NQ still looks like it can take low of day. We're only 10-15 points off. ES is still pushing low of day. We're only a point off. You like top one? I would trade with other firms first. Just because, like, I've been denied by them, so I'm not, like, whenever I need to get a prop firm, I don't really, that's not my first, it's not my first spot to shop. Not my first spot to shop. I think they can be a decent alternative to like Tradeify, but I still think Tradeify is superior. If I try to dip buy, this shit's gonna sell off 100 points. That is so true, man. That is so true. I mean, that's very true. I feel like the markets are slow enough to where I can maybe throw in a bid at 60, 50, 60s and try to get 10, 15 points and sell it, like a little scalping off these lows. But this market hasn't shown us follow through to the upside the entire session. So it's hard to want to take that big trade. There might be some scalping opportunities, but best thing to do is right now just be patient. I'll search for brokers using Project X. Use Top Step, obviously. There's not a lot of great ones, in my opinion. I feel like some of the better firms are not on Project X. look, 80's breaking. Is hourly gonna flip green? Hourly flips green on a break of 86. You got 30 minutes on it. It's doable. Look at this. This hourly's gonna flip green. So all of a sudden, buyers stepping in. Still just feel so uneasy about it. Still do. Very uneasy. There's some nice volume here, though. Look at this. 83. I don't want to chase it now. Nut up or shut up and buy the dip in the 50s or miss your move, they say. Nut up or shut up. Take the dip buy in the 50s. Take it or leave it, they say. Take it or leave it. It's just so sketchy right there. It's just a slim 15 points of taking the lows. And we're still not above VWAP, but this is kind of a nice look for buyers. I mean, buyers taking it off 50s here. It's still the higher low. We're getting some nice buying here. Just hard to want to get long there, really. Let's see. Does it hold? Tried TickTick. I tried TickTick at one point. I tried their 250K account, and then like once you get into it, like you got to make like 20K to take like a 3K payout. Once you like look at that 250K account they have. Take profit. Yeah, I use take profit. I'm wondering if this wants to curl back and try to take another stab at 500s. VWAP's still up there. This looks decent in the 80s. Nice reaction. It's not giving too much of this rally back off 50s. Do I want to try? Do I want to try? A little scared. Not gonna lie, a little scared. This candle flips 86. This goes green on the hourly. If I can get filled in at 70s, I'll try this trade out. See if it's a total chop fest here or not. I probably won't get filled. It's not looking like it wants to pull back much. But we'll see. If I get filled in here, I'll look for this to maybe try to attempt 500s again. Stop it out if it breaks back through 60s, to be honest. So I really would have liked to see a sweep of intraday lows. I mean, shit. See what this looks like if we can get it under 79. It's scurry. Why is it so scurry buying the NQ dip? This should be an easy trade, and you know, in any other sense, this should be like an easy trade. Markets have been so strong, so like just buy the dip and you're good, man. Chill out, brother. Take a chill pill. Buy the dip. Buy the dip, bruh. We're going higher. You know the Ichimoku indicator? I have no clue. No clue. Trying to put in some bids here. Can't see it under 79. Baptized from the fire and blood. Let me get my order field. Field. Let me get the field. It's not looking like it's going to happen, guys. We might pull the order. If this breaks 85 and starts building more structure, then pulls down, yeah, I mean, maybe, but probably not. I'd rather have it just quick dip and go here than break and start to see some exhaustion, then take my orders. Much rather see it pull back here than go than break, build structure, find exhaustion, sellers grab it again. Does that make sense? I'd much rather see the pullback here in the early stages of the momentum rather than we start breaking through mid 80s, starting to see some exhaustion, then come take my orders, because that could start to form a lower high within all this chop. I'd much rather get filled in the early stages of the momentum. Let's see. This thing does not want to crack 79s to fill my order. Come. I promise you, we're going to get filled and swept so quick. Watch. I can feel it. I can feel that I'm going to get filled and swept in like the same 5 seconds. This is kind of how this market feels right now, to be honest, man. If this bids 80s, I'll immediately go break even. Because I'm looking for that pullback, yep, to find momentum. Go take 80s, I'll go break even. I took the other order off because we're already getting the reaction. So if we see it under there again, we'll probably go lower. So I wanted to get picked up on both those orders kind of on the same move. Let's see it crack through 80s. Let me go break even and just have a free trade. Yeah, let me just have a free trade. All right, let's see. If we're getting into it on the momentum, then this should have no problem retesting 85s, getting a break, and moving higher. I'll go break even. Yeah. And we'll see. It's testing the highs of these wicks again. This looks okay. Just need to see some follow through the upside rather than test my low again. And there's always a chance I can get stopped out. And then it goes, but I'd rather look if I can bottom tick like that and go break even with no drawdown, never saw red on this trade, then I'm just gonna go break even that quick, man. It's a free trade because the entry was so elite. It's a totally free trade. I'll just go break even. Like if I don't see drawdown initially, look at that, 86 getting wicked off. Pause. What did I just say? Wicked off. Let's see. I want to see this bid through 90s. It's a bottom tick entry. It's worth something, right? Bottom tick entry. Now this market either plays out or continues chopping and takes us out. But we'll see. We'll see 90s get taken. Oh, goodness gracious. 83 is looking heavy. Hourly candle flips red at 86. So look at that. The hourly candle, hourly candle flips green at 86. The hourly candle immediately flips green, and then now we're back in the low 80s. I would like to see this go test VWAP again. Any bit of follow through would be awesome right here, NQ. Chat, I mean, that's a bottom tick. I mean, that is to the tick. Literally to the tick. This hourly candle really wants to flip green. Look how hard this hourly candle wants to flip green. Above 86, we go green on this hourly candle. A little uneasy though. I mean, we're not getting any immediate follow through. We might get taken out of this trade, unfortunately. If we do, then I'm probably done. Take one trade, so draw down on it, go break even. We have every opportunity in the world to run through 90s, 500s here, and if we don't, we don't. And I'm not gonna put more risk on the table if I get into a trade that has no drawdown and go break even that quick. I'm not gonna try again. I just won't try again because ultimately it's just choppy. If it doesn't go here, it's just choppy. I'm cool with a free trade though. It's a free trade pretty much. Free trade. Not looking like it wants to hold us though. Very choppy. Yeah. I think we'll get taken out there. I want to be able to cover my commissions and shit. No, we tried, right? It's got a decent enough shot of trying to run through 90s right there, so try to give it a shot. If it doesn't give you the trade, it doesn't give you the trade. We'll get taken out here, I'm sure of it. I'll trail it as it bids up because if we test 78s again, we'll probably break lower, so try to lock in some profit. It wants to wick off 80s and run back to the highs. Awesome. I'll have it just under 80s. I mean, there's a chance. Just needs to show some follow through. I moved the stop up a little bit. Imagine. Be very blessed. Be very blessed to see this run back through 90s and not see 80s again. Could you imagine? No. It wouldn't happen though, because NQ's only ever strong when I'm not long, but once I go long, it's either choppy or it's selling. It's now or never here, NQ, if you're going to make your move. Wow. I mean, crazy. Go take 90s here. Yeah, they posted leaderboard when they posted. I'm not sure. Go take that high. Don't like seeing the wick off 86. I try not to overanalyze every little candle when I'm on the tick chart, but yeah, there's no follow through at the moment, guys. We'll get taken out here. I mean, I'm sure we'll get taken out here, right? I mean, we're managing this as far as like just very tight. I'm talking a point or two on NQ stop, like. But that's how I want to. Like, I'm not trying to go red on this. If I can get green and go break even so quick, I'm going to every time. If I overmanage this and strangle it and then it goes, I'll be upset, but it's not the end of the world. At least I won't go green or red on it, But I could overmanage this and strangle it, and then it could go. But there's just certain levels to it. It's like if this sees 78s again, it's likely going to take my entry. So I might as well try to trail the stop up a little bit. This is where you want to see follow through the upside. And so if we're not going to get it, I'm going to try to lock in some, something. Yes? Hey, baby. This feels so slow here in the high 80s, doesn't it? I mean, this feels. Is it? Do we usually trade this slow when we're looking to get a breakout through 80s, 90s like this? So slow. I mean, it is excruciatingly slow. Making me uneasy here. The longer we linger in the 80s and don't pop through 90s, the more likely my stop's going to get taken here. The more and more likely. Country boy. Show me something, NQ. Hourly still trying to... Okay, we got 10 11 minutes till the hourly close. 86 flips this candle green. It's consolidating right under an hourly flip. We'll get taken out, snapped out. No follow through at the moment. I think there's nothing to trade here, to be honest with y'all. I mean, we'll watch and see, but pretty ugly. Pretty ugly. All right, we got 10 minutes till this hourly candle closes. I would have liked to see it flip green, but now they're trying to take it lower. I'm gonna let this hourly close before anything, to be honest with you. They're playing too many games with this hourly candle. Too many games. Is ES back at the lows? Yeah, ES.
We're getting some really cool birds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jay, what are you trying to say, Jay? What's good, Brian? How you doing? We got 8 minutes on this hourly. Only 15 points off the low now. Yeah, gold looks good. I don't think it's going to give us much follow through. I mean, you might see an intraday sell, but it's just hard to trade gold later in the New York session. It doesn't like to move much. Still selling. Just continued selling all day. There's a couple pops here and there, but continued selling. If you're going to get long, it has to be a scalp. You know, a quick scalp. Yes, it is weak today. It's very different than last week, isn't it? I mean, for sellers to take it down through that gap is, you know, there's some level of dominance there for sellers to take it, you know, under that gap. So worth me trying to take a little scalp back into the 80s. I'm trying to weigh the options here. The hourly candle's got 5 minutes on it. It's looking more bearish than anything. Looking heavy in the 60s. I will wait. We might get low a day here. I mean, this feels like it's a matter of time almost. Just waiting, 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 waiting. 4 minutes on this hourly candle. If we get a fresh low a day, buyers probably stepping in a big way. But right now, just waiting. At this point, I guess closer to 20, 30 points off a low day. ES is testing low day. Only a point or two, and ES might get a breakthrough low day here. ES just looking very dead weight here off low a day. ES probably gets a breakthrough. Let's see. ES going to take lows. NQ's getting some volume to the downside into the low 60s. ES just off lows. Okay, ES in a new lows here. NQ 60s. We might see NQ take new lows here. Early 20, 30 points. Really depends what ES starts to look like under low of day. Do we get a lot of volume? Market's looking heavy, man. Buyers just not rushing in. Not rushing in. See under 55 in Q. I'm so curious to see. I mean, yeah, I've been right. The majority of the day just continued selling. Market's attempted to take low of days again. We have 2 hours till market closed. It's just market just continued to bleed into the lows. This feels like a day where buyers just really don't step in. We just sell the entire session. Spank all the dip buyers that have just been totally programmed last week to just continue buying every dip. I mean, how many of us at like last week were just like, man, okay, you just really just buy every single dip. Okay, Monday. It's Monday. Let's buy the dip Monday. No, no, no. These markets continue to bleed down. There's been a couple opportunities to take long scalps, but you better get out. You better have gotten out. Look at this. This looks heavy. Let's see. Does not look good. Another double bottom attempt, 55. Not falling for it. Not falling for it. Yeah, still pushing low a day here. Yes, and a new low days here. This one's trying to catch some buys here. Did you get the top one payout? Never got it. Look at this. ES in new lows. NQ's not going to be able to rally until ES settles. NQ still has an intraday low to target. That's down in the 30s. ES is still bleeding into new lows. I imagine NQ probably takes low day first. We'll see. ES new lows. NQ's not looking heavy. Sorry, NQ is looking heavy. Pushing 50s, 53 breaks. ES tested 12s. Markets are rolling here. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Still, NQ, still session lows are 37s. 37 session lows. ES is moving lower. We're having a sell-off. We are only about 15 points off a low day in Q. I don't see the need in trying to take this dip buy yet. I don't see it. Looks like it wants to pop 60s for a second, at least. There's some reaction here. What a big sell-off here. Still selling. No need to get into it. There's just no need to get into this market. Not yet. Look at this. Yeah, we're going to breach low day here in Q37's low day. We're just too much rejection to the upside and just too much selling here. We're going to see new low days. I'm sure of it. 37. Going to take low day in Q. And suddenly, it's not just a dip buy market, suddenly. Suddenly, it's not just a dip buy market. I'm still looking for it under 37. I'm not interested in buying it above 37. Why is the Dow down so much? Gold have any development? Not really. No, I don't have the Dow. Nikkei still selling. There's another attempted rally here, but we never took the lows. We never took the lows. It's a decent little rally off the low. I mean, we're almost up 20 points off this. Almost. I mean, once we take session lows on NQ, ES is clear to try to make a reversal. NQ be clear to try to make a reversal at that point. I don't like the rally off double bottoms. I just hate rallies off double bottoms so much. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want to rally off a double bottom. Yay. Trade talks between China and US. Yeah, I feel like China's not going to be so easygoing there. I would be surprised if we get a great deal with China. I'd be very surprised if we get a great deal with China, to be honest. They have a ton more leverage than we do. Just be patient. Wait and see if we get this low day break on NQ. Some nice volume there. ES coming lower. Totally open to start looking for reversal plays to the upside. NQ's got to take that low first. Just has to. Good entry. No, I don't want to take it off a double bottom. I'm not interested in that at all. I mean, we're in an area, yeah. Could see a long setup here, but we've got to take that low first. We can't not take that low first. Not necessarily, yeah. I mean, for you, yeah, maybe a good long. I need the low to take first. That's just my opinion, though. Running through 70s now. $500, nice. Yeah, if you caught it, nice. Double bottom? Maybe. I'm not gonna take any. Yeah, it doesn't. No, not for me. Might be a double bottom. I'm not gonna trade it off of double bottom. Not going to. Well, yeah, it looks okay so far. I don't really like taking longs off double bottoms. Not in the context of these markets seem to be pulling back and sellers are in control of it. Yeah, I'd rather see that low get taken first, but yeah, there's obviously reaction there at 30 points. Do I think it's worth trading? Nah. No. No. Not for me. We might not see a setup this stream, to be honest. Why are double bottoms considered good liquidity pools? I mean, in the context of, yeah, the intraday, we've been in a downtrend. Double bottoms typically don't. I mean, you can see double bottoms show you moves higher. Typically, double bottoms don't really get a ton of momentum behind the moves. Usually they form, as you say, good liquidity pools. But it's really the opposite. Like, if we're not going to take these lows, then we can't take. There's no sweep of liquidity to take the market higher off of. So yeah, it's a rally. It's bouncing off the intraday demand zone at the moment, but they don't typically play out too well, especially when we're in a downtrend on the daily. But I mean, this could very well go. We'll see. I'm not going to take it long. I'm not going to take it long there. pretty deep pullback. It's a pretty deep pullback. That quick wick 52. Another rally getting sold off. We'll see if it takes the lows. What are the odds we see 50 points of downside pull into Friday's? Not Friday's low, but... Well, yeah, Friday's low. Not Friday's session low, but we have a low here at 400. If we take the 30s... Just right at the bottom of the gap right now. Buyers starting to step in. This looks like it's still going to go lower here. It's another failed high, another failed rally. This looks like it's still going lower. Low 50s. This market still looks like it wants lower. Yeah, we're not seeing anything different than what I kind of said at the start of the stream. This market's just continuing to sell the entire session, and buyers are not showing up. Not showing up in the terms of there being any follow through to the upside. This market's just bleeding lower. And I don't know if we'll see buyers really step in any way. I mean, this could sell into the close. This could sell into the close, into this Friday low at 400, and even see some follow through in the after hours under 400. I mean, I'd be open to trying to take a dip buy under low a day, but I'm not taking a dip buy right now. Figured it sell just to fill the gap. Well, we filled the gap, but I don't know if it's going to be as easy as just taking the dip buy after the gap fill. It was a big gap. We had 50 points at the highs of the gap that we sold, so it's 150 points lower. Or no, it's almost... At this point, yeah, this is... Sellers have a pretty nice grasp of this market. We're 150 points lower. Sellers have it at the moment. Sellers totally have it at the moment. Fake out and higher? Well, we're not going higher. At the moment, it's not higher. This looks like it's still going to run 40s here and take low a day. We'll see if it bases off 50. I don't know. I don't know if I even want to try it. I feel like the best thing to do is not trade this. Because sentiment all day has just been totally bearish. It's too extended to the downside for me to sell it. But sentiment's totally bearish. It's hard to try to take it long. Especially not until we take the lows of the session. You think we're going higher here? Aman says. Let's find out. I don't think so. Let's see. How's your day going? Pretty good, man. And what about you? Gold look good. Yeah, gold's looking good at the moment. I think because the indexes is just selling right now. I'm not too interested in that. I'm gonna do good. There ain't nothing. Still looks bearish to me. What's good, man? Just tuning in, caught shorts today. Nice, brother. That was the play. As hard as it is to short the indices, that's the play today. And, yep. I think there'll be some fresh buying opportunities if we do take the lows into the close. We got an hour and a half till the close. See, we saw 40s here. I'm still waiting for a damn low day to get taken. This thing is stubborn right now. Here we go. Volume through 50s. Let's see it. Give me 15 points and we're into a new low day. Give it to me. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Stop Type have a leaderboard? Yeah, man, they got a leaderboard. Do I know my current ranking whenever they don't post it? No. Look at that. Quick move through 48. Let's see. We might get the bleed down now. Just fucking taking a dip buy off here just seems pointless and like a waste of time almost. Got an hour and a half till close and just continued failed breaks to the upside. Buyer should lose 40s here. Not looking to take a dip by anything above current low day. Yeah, it's just a day where sellers have had control of this market the entire session and nothing's changed. Nothing at all has changed. As easy as it's been to just take the dip buy on NQ, nothing today has changed to say take a dip buy. Ranked in the top 10? No, I don't think I'm in the top 10. I don't think so. Some people would have had to blow up their accounts, I guess, if I was in the top 10. I don't think that's possible. I'm curious. To be monitoring the week. Like, is this week is it really going to be as simple as just buy every dip and it's going to work out for you, or does the theme change a little bit? Does the theme change a little bit? Right now, NQ's current low day that we saw like back at 10 a.m. has still not been taken. Still not been taken. As weak as it looks, it still has not been taken. Which is insane. Testing 40 again. What do you think? Main still up? Still up? This is looking weaker and weaker to me. Continued lower highs. Bars are looking very weak down here. This looks like at least a break a low a day. I had to wait all day for it, but it should be coming up. Now, what does it look like under low day is the question. I would be open to a dip buy. Markets are extended, right? You have to have some ability to try to take a dip buy on these markets when they're this high. Or sorry, yeah, all-time high market. Still okay, yeah. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I mean, maybe it still does go higher off these lows. I can't be confident taking a long trade here. This just seems like too easy of a target at this point. Too easy of a target at this point. Looking to get long from 440. Wait, you're going to take a dip buy? If we test 440, you're going to take a dip buy. I don't think that would be good. But that's just my opinion. I think if you take a dip buy, I think if you test 440 again and you take a dip buy, I think you'll probably get swept at least. I mean, if we see 440 again realistically, you guys think we get dip bought off it, or you think we take the low of day? Off the back of lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Like, you know? Long bro trusts, you know. Once they start saying long trusts, you know it's the real deal. All right, let's go 10 micros. This thing looks like hell. This feels like that moment where the car is over the edge of the cliff and you know it's about to fall and you're kind of just waiting for it to fall. It's starting to creak. Wobble like that. Yo, Thomas, hey, thanks again for the My Fun of Futures Accounts giveaway. Today I managed to pass. Nice, man. I'm glad to see that giveaway going towards, getting it passed and getting it funded. That makes it all the better, Short scalp to low. I don't really want to short in Q, man. It's dangerous to short in Q. Having said that, this does look pretty shit. Come on, baby. Let's get it. Hour and 15 till the close. NQ just bullshitting, really. This thing should be under low day. Should have been, could have been an hour ago under low day. So where did you long for him? I don't know. Where was your entry? I mean, maybe 10 points if you got it in the 40s. But yeah. Any day now, man. Any day now. Here we go. Let's see. Come on. Let's get the 50s breaking. 50s breaking, we can start to do something here. Okay, there's 50s. Can we get the move? Can we get the move? Yeah. Yeah, nope. Sellers have just been in complete control today. I'm sure a lot of people got slaughtered today, to be honest with you. Everybody last week that's just been totally engineered to just buy the dip is... I'm sure they got slaughtered today. I'm sure of it. Because it was a slow bleed with a lot of range, but ultimately no follow through the upside. I predicted good amounts of people who got slaughtered today, trying to just long this market. I would predict. Those slow bleed days, like when the market is just totally engineered traders to just take every dip, those are dangerous. This hourly would flip green if we can break up above 61. It seems kind of pointless to me, but go ahead. It does seem pointless to me. There just may genuinely not be a trade here, which is fine. You know, it's totally fine. All right, chat. I think we're out of here, man. Entered long. Oh, goodness. Good luck with you. Good luck. I genuinely don't think there's a trade here. I'm not interested in longs. Sellers have had complete control of the market the entire session. We're coming into power hour. I don't see a setup for this market to make much of a reversal. I'm going to call it there. I'm not going to go take a trade that I don't think has a high probability of working out. So... yeah, it's as simple as that. I'm just being very picky and patient with my trades. I don't see a trade here that's worth taking, so I'm out of here. I'm out of here, man. I'm here to, you know, this is how I make money, so I'm not going to take a trade that isn't worth taking. We will be back for the next session, chat. I hope everybody has a good day. We'll have a crazy week, a lot of news this week, and we'll look for a fresh trade that's worth taking. This isn't worth taking to me, so... Hopefully you guys have a good day. Thanks for tuning in the stream. I will be hanging out in the Discord, and I will see y'all in the next stream.